Uh-oh.
Tony Hinchcliffe is finally getting turned on.
Oh, yeah, I saw
People
that.
are finally turning on him, and we've got this epic video.
Thank God.
He's going through some sort of mania. We've got this great tape. This is a watch. And what's even greater, this is really the first time that the public has fully turned on Tony. Let me pull this up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Some of these YouTube comments are really ruthless. He was shitting on him. We're going to see this coming up. He's got, this Theo Vaughn guy that we all get a kick out of now.
Yeah,
nice guy, sweet guy. 1616 West Pico. Front wallets. And Tony hates him. Tony hates anybody who's liked in the industry and stuff like that. So Tony's got this secret beef with Theo Vaughn, and it kind of comes out in this video here. Tony was a guest on that disgusting show, The Fighter and the Kid, which is Brendan Schwab's show. Is that his name? Brendan Schwab? He's that guy who's always on Rogan with his other... You'll recognize him for sure.
Okay.
So let me pull this up, but let me show you some of these great comments.
I think that's
first.
all the animal...
So here's
just look at him already.
Little Tony. You've seen this guy, right? Brendan Schwab.
Oh, yeah, the MMA guy?
Yeah. And then, of course, what's his name? Theodore Wonders? Jeremiah Wonders.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, and he wonders.
Yeah. Hinchcliffe's really trying to push this guy on the public, but people aren't really biting.
No, they're really not. And then Tony Hinchcliffe sitting in the Queen's seat, legs crossed, wearing the strangest, weird, Lance Armstrong type of outfit here.
Leggings.
He wears, his new thing is to wear, a speed biker's top. Casually. So this
is the body of a cyclist.
Oh, wait, this is just a clip. Should I play this, or should I play the whole app?
Do the whole app.
Yeah, the whole app one is better. Okay.
Let's hold our horses.
Okay.
That's
So, this is The Fighter and the Kid, episode 382. Let me just show you. Wait, I thought you could. Cameron said you could still see comments on full screen. He lied. Okay, look at this. Tony, here's some of the comments. Tony is the type of guy that would look over the divider at a urinal when you take a piss. Tony looks like he's running off the carb energy of a biscuit he ate in 1989. I tried watching this, but Tony's douche level is off the charts, and his buddy needs to cut that fucking hair. I usually hate Brian Callen, but now I miss him. I love Tony, but he ain't got shit on Theo Vaughn. The Rat King will reign for eternity. Okay, that's what they call Theo. Let's see. The Fighter and the Twinks, someone says. For what it's worth, Tony's as much of a douche in person as he seems on a podcast. Tony looks like an HIV-positive Where's Waldo with an Adderall addiction. Tony is a hoe. Theo is the GOAT, spreading the positive vibe. I like how people pretend they like positive vibes. All right, this should have never have been done. Let's see. Theo,
so this
greater
is what
than Tony.
When the regular public gets to see fucking Hinchcliffe.
Jeremiah Watson is underrated. I thought
No, don't read that.
Less Hinchcliffe and Watkins, more Jocko and Theo. Oh, great, Cringe Cliff, someone says. Tony Hinchcliffe is the most closet homosexual on the planet, just saying. The gay boy in red has a voice you just want to punch. Am I right? This is going to be hard to watch. His laugh is so bad, and his arrogance and ego are even harder.
Yes, people are finally figuring it out.
Yeah, I've watched a few minutes so far, and no laughs yet, but I'm sure they'll come. Kill Tony. Nice jeggings. Dude on the left looks like he dates fat girls that had an emo phase. Okay, Theo would destroy Tony all day. I can't wait to get into this.
Okay, let's see.
Let's start from the beginning. You're going to see Tony's mania and his
I can't wait. I haven't seen him in a while.
I know. Let me get the Klawash logo. So we've got, let's see.
I saw Reddit threads of people shitting on him as well, and they also picked up on the slop top thing as well.
This is what I'm doing here. You ever seen this happen on a show? TV remote, opening it up. Let's pull a battery to use for my mouse.
Ooh.
And then we'll have to remember to put those back so I could watch TV later. So, are we back online? No, that battery is also dead.
Yikes.
So, I'm going to take out
Everything's falling apart.
second battery here. Well, batteries are really expensive. And I'm on an all-steak diet.
Do you used to have a battery charger underneath your desk?
I do. And these are the batteries from that charger. Okay.
Oh.
So we've got, let's see, Jawatch. Oh, no, that's for Dante Nero. We've got Thowatch. That's for Patrick Melton. Oh, and here it is.
Clawatch.
Tony's Clawatch. Okay, for Tony Hinchcliffe. And here we go. Let's get in some of Tony's worst behavior to date. We finally got him.
Interim champion. Thanks to fucking Chin making who's gonna be the guest of the year? Will it be Chris D'Elia, Michael Rappaport?
Their show has not even started. Brendan Schwab is sitting there. Brendan is the host of the show, by the way. Okay, the show is called The Fighter and the Kid. It's usually Brendan and Brian Callen. Brian Callen's not here. So they have guests on. They have Tony and Jeremiah. Tony starts out the gate. So imagine, this isn't his show. It's someone else's. So imagine.
He runs L.A., man.
Yeah. So imagine
do
you
whatever
tuned
he
in
wants.
and now you've got this douche screaming at you while you expected it to be, the host of your favorite show. Let's watch.
Let's hold our horses. That's the interim champion. Thanks to fucking Chin making who's gonna be the guest of the year? Will it be Chris D'Elia, Michael Rappaport, Will Sasso? Yeah.
It's still being recorded.
Who's it
He
gonna
has to tell him, he's like, calm down, dude. Our fans are going to fucking saute you.
They're going to be startled.
Calm down, man. Seriously.
be? We don't
ready?
know.
Coming in hot, man. Coming in hot.
Yeah, a.k.a.
It's passive-aggressive.
Shut up, dude. You're embarrassing us. Yeah.
This
Coming
guy's
in
also
hot.
just a dumb meathead, right?
Yeah. And Tony
Love
is
it.
staring at the camera with the fiercest...
Woo!
Look at his eyes, man. You can't see him. People can't see him from my screen, but his eyes are lit up like a jack-o'-lantern.
The funniest guys in the world who answered the bell. Brian Callen's out shooting a movie in China.
Say
That's
what
what's coming
you
to
told
it.
me, a low budget movie. Say it. Tell the truth.
Callen's in China, and apparently it's an important scene because he's there for a day and then flying back.
Oh, wait, Sven, you know what I want to do for this? All right, here we go.
I really need Tony Hinchcliffe to be done already. But this
It
is what
started.
you see.
It
Usually he
started.
broadcasts to his own crowd, right? But now you see the reaction when the actual people get to see him.
Yeah, exactly. When normal
And they
people
hate
get to-
him.
And they hate him. Here we go.
Oh yeah, what's he doing? Throwing coins into a airplane engine over there?
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, like Chin's ancestors.
Yep. You're not happy with you. I got to introduce you guys. This is Tony Hinchcliffe
Yeah.
and Jeremiah Watson.
Yeah.
Watkins. My bad.
Wow, screwed that
Watkins,
up.
bro.
Ooh,
Yeah.
this.
The,
Sorry, man. I'm going off a little sleep.
oh, good.
2 hours of show before this.
Yeah,
What's going on, dudes?
the champ is here.
Wow.
Oh, no.
And
Such
I don't
humility.
know how long he thinks this little, ultra confidence routine is going to last. It's not even entertaining anymore, even from a guy that you want to hear that bullshit from. It's like over. That's like a done thing. I'm the best. I rule. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's also a big difference between those new New York branch of comedy dudes, right? The new up-and-comers like Dan Soder and stuff. They really they have that branch of comedy from Nick DiPaolo. They do this shit-talking shit.
Yeah.
But then you have the new younger LA comics. They really have that bravado and they think they have to brag constantly.
Well, no,
I
think
feel that's a distinct difference.
It's just Tony who does that, though.
Chris D'Elia does it too.
Oh, yeah. Chris D'Elia with his
Those
sauteing. Yeah.
type of guys.
Yeah, that's their thing. They're just going to keep faking it and pushing it. But
Yeah.
it's like, no one wants to hear that from disgusting Tony Hinchcliffe. You're not this man's man hero that people are rooting for.
No, everybody fucking hates him.
Yeah.
The real champ is here. The co-host of the year is here. Your interim champ isn't here. The interim champ that Chin created with his promo videos. Oh, who's going to be the guest of the year? Will it be Michael Rappaport, Will Sasso, Chris D'Elia, Theo Vaughn? Who will it be?
No Tony.
No Tony in the video. You guys, Bernie Sanders.
So this is a traumatic upswing of mania here. I haven't seen him he's really lit up here. In a dangerous way. And you know it's dangerous. It's like when we were watching that Kumia tape before. Here's how you know when somebody's a little too up. When the person next to them is going, I don't know why he's acting like this.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about this.
And nobody's buying the confidence.
Exactly.
Me.
Yeah, we did.
If you're not in the debate, you don't have a chance. You CNN me. I got Chin negative news.
I wonder what it is. You have some sort of issue with him, Chin?
No.
Yeah, it's because his grandma threw the coins in the airplane engine.
And you brought it to life.
And I did the impression, and he was insulted, and he thinks those guys are famous. And now you have that guy as your champion, the Bat King or whatever you guys call him.
The Rat King.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I have no idea what they're talking about. Let's get
He's talking about Theo Vaughn. He says the Bat King, but it's the Rat King.
Oh, wait, he's talking about Theo Vaughn? Right there?
Yeah, already. So, yeah, he said the Bat King or whatever.
Okay, because that's what we want to... Oh, wow. That's what we want to pay attention to because... So here's the deal. Theo Vaughn shoots his show in this same space. It's like an office building from this podcast network. So there's multiple podcasts being filmed during the day in this same space. Okay, so that's an important part of the story. And Theo Vaughn, his podcast shoots right next door. So I guess Tony saw Theo walking by here. And this is going to be a big part of today's...
Klawatch.
Yeah, Klawatch. Is Tony has this weird jealousy for everybody's America's favorite Theo, who nobody can find a bad thing to say about. Everybody loves him. And there's Tony. Tony thought he was going to be the golden boy. He even calls himself the golden pony. That's what his dream always was, to be this like young all-star comedian, and here comes Theo Vaughn taking away. Nobody says they like Tony Hinchcliffe. You don't see Whitney Cummings ever go, I love Tony Hinchcliffe, he is amazing. But they all gush over Theo because it's kind of like you need somebody to gush over. He's the perfect guy. Even if he isn't the greatest, like everyone's going to say, he's the greatest, most wonderful. You know what I mean? It's like that's just his role. I
also heard that recently Hinchcliffe shopped around his show Kill Tony to several networks like Netflix and Comedy Central, and he was denied.
Really?
And I believe he tried to sell Kill Tony 3 times to Netflix, and all 3 times he was declined.
Because you know what?
So he's probably a little bit bitter about that stuff.
Tony sold his special to Netflix, One Shot. Well, yeah, and the idea behind this was it was going to be one camera, unedited, like that movie, what do they call that? Meatballs?
Yes,
what was the new movie that they had where it was just
Meatballs.
Whatever it was
good
called.
Guys. The Good Guys.
No. The
Goodfellas.
No.
Goodfellas, the kitchen scene. Wasn't that One Shot?
Oh, yeah. Well, they had a one shot in that scene.
Yeah, of
there
course,
was a movie,
famous One Shot.
There was a movie like about drums or something. About a stage.
New York.
What was that fucking movie with Michael Keaton where he's on stage?
Oh, Birdman.
What did I? Meatballs.
Yeah, that's why I thought you were talking about Goodfellas.
I knew it was something that sounded stupid and childish. Coleslaw.
Okay.
You sure? Wasn't coleslaw?
Coleslaw.
Okay.
Hinchcliffe
sold his special to Netflix. It bombed, and
Netflix.
Yeah, and it did not get. This got so many thumbs downs. People hated it, and that's where Netflix realized, oh, we can't just give these to anybody.
Yeah.
And then they continued to do that, of course. But you don't see anyone really the likes of Tony Hinchcliffe on there anymore. They knew that was probably, and I know they've produced a lot of shit, including Nanette, the Theo Von jealousy. The Theo Von jealousy. This is what we're focused on here today. So Theo's walking by. Let's see what this is about.
The interim champ that Chin created with his promo videos. Oh, who's going to be the guest of the year? Will it be Michael Rappaport, Will Sasso, Chris D'Elia, Theo Von? Who will it be?
No Tony.
No Tony in the video. You guys Bernie Sanders me.
Yeah, we did.
If you're not in the debate, you don't have a chance. You CNN me. I got Chin negative news.
I wonder what it is. You have some sort of issue with him, Chin?
No.
Yeah, it's because his grandma threw the coins in.
So who's Chin? Jocko Willems?
Producer, probably.
Okay.
The producer made a promo video.
Oh,
he tried to make it exciting. Who's going to be the co-host? But he didn't mention Hinchcliffe.
Gotcha. Now this all makes sense.
There we go.
In the airplane engine.
And you brought it to life.
And I did the impression, and he was insulted, and he thinks those guys are famous. And now you have that guy as your champion, the Bat King or whatever you guys call him.
Wow.
Ooh,
so there it was. He's talking about Theo Von. Now you have that guy as
Theo
your champion.
Von was in that promo video.
And do you see how that's the one? Now you have that guy as your champion, the Bat King or whatever. And he knows it's Rat King. There's no such thing as a Bat King.
Well,
is there?
Rhea Butcher.
We're going to take an hour-long departure to look into Bat Kings. What
Rhea Butcher's the Bat King.
Oh, my God!
Come on.
Exactly. I kind of like the title of being Bat King. That's Rhea. Okay, so that is an extreme diss. I'm glad that you're here to like walk me through this because this is tough for me.
Because you're fucking high.
Shut up!
Oh, sorry. Silence!
Yeah. Sometimes that's just how you got to react. Somebody like stumps you or owns you, and you just
silence.
You're quiet for a second, and then you just go, shut up! See what they do? They'll be fucking so worried. Okay, so what a diss. The Bat King or whatever. So this establishes Tony's jealousy for Theo. They were around the same age, same height. And Theo probably like walks past him in the hall. He's like, hey, Tony, I didn't mean to step on any of your... Oh, why would it bother me? No, carry on. May the best man win. And then Theo's like, what? I was just trying to be kind. 1414 West Pico, of course. It's called Gray Block. Not the best pizza, but you get it on the way to the beach. I don't really want to eat pizza in the hot sun like that. You know, I think more seafood stuff. No. Get a front wallet and buy a couple of Gray Block pizzas. They also have one down in Hermosa Beach. Down by the pier. Okay, terrible. Theo Von is nothing but nice. Tony is nothing but evil. This is a perfect matchup, right? I love this.
The Rat King. That would be cooler. The Bat King would be sick.
Yeah.
Rat King is what he's called.
You guys like silly words, huh?
Wow! Wow! So he's talking about Theo Von and he's doing the heck accent. You guys like silly words, huh? Yeah, we actually do. He's super cute. We're all into it. Like from mean people to nice people, we all have agreed on him. He brought together the left and the right, for God's sakes. They all agree on him, and no one, sir, crustacean, agrees on you. Oh, you like his funny... Yeah, they're really funny and unique. No, we just want somebody to tell us how awesome they are when they're not awesome at all. That's funnier.
Silly country words. He's the only guy whose country accent gets thicker the longer he lives in L.A.
Whoa.
That guy really figured it out, huh?
And Jeremiah's like, Tony, wow, funny. Settle down, Theo rules. Even I like him, your assistant, Jeremiah Watkins. Really?
And Theo Von even talked about how L.A. douchebags make fun of his accent as well.
Wow, yeah.
He had a problem with that.
That's unbelievable. Wow. Anyone who hates Theo is a bad person. For real. All right, let's see.
It's like if you left a blue collar comedy DVD next to a nuclear power plant next to a thesaurus.
Whoa.
Oh man, you ever see?
She's tearing it. This is pure real fucking jealousy and anger. It's like if you had a white trash guy next to a power plant and a thesaurus. Wow, you think he has as much energy as a power plant? Oh, you are
blue
jealous.
collar guy next to a thesaurus
And a power plant. Why? But
okay.
the power plant he should have left out because it's like, why? Is because he's electric? Like he's doing so well. Oh, this powerhouse. I mean, he sucks.
He's
Hippopotamus balls fall off and wear sunglasses? No, nobody's ever seen that because it doesn't happen.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
Wait, I hope people are understanding what we're watching here.
He really is picking on the wrong guy.
I
Nobody
know,
agrees.
and Theo really isn't that ridiculous. It's like just enough ridiculousness. All right, let's listen.
And gets thicker the longer he lives in LA. That guy really figured it out, huh? It's like if you left a blue collar comedy DVD next to a nuclear power plant next to a thesaurus. Oh man, you ever see hippopotamus balls fall off and wear sunglasses? No, nobody's ever seen that because it doesn't happen.
Whoa.
Champ.
Oh my
Whoa, champ.
god. Sorry, I cut it there. Yeah, because I thought he was dumb. Then he's like, champ. I mean, listen, a villainous mind like Tony should at least be smart enough to pretend he likes Theo along with everybody else to disguise his jealousy. Even if he is, you know what I mean? Don't come outward with your jealousy. You're the same age. You can't be jealous of someone your same age. You know what I mean? You can't fight with someone your same age. It looks jealousy.
He should come out, though, as a gay guy.
Why is he gay? Because he walks, talks, looks, sounds.
Because he's obviously a gay fucking guy.
How
right?
am I gay when I hate when people say that? If I was gay, would I hate when people call me gay? Yeah, you actually seem like it really would be the worst thing in the world if they found out your true gayness. And I kind of do agree. I think if people think you're gay, you're gay, right?
Yes, yeah. He is definitely.
Because it doesn't happen. I mean, it just doesn't happen in these types of numbers. And it's like, you are what you are. You know?
It would probably help his career if he came out of the closet.
Yeah, why don't I? Well, because he's even repulsed by the idea of him kissing a man because he hates the idea of someone. You know what I mean?
He hates people.
Yeah. Imagine him kissing Jeremiah Wonders.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Wonders.
What was Jeremiah called again during that Rose Battle thing?
Jeremiah.
The situation? The crowd? What was
the wave?
You know?
The wave.
The wave. The wave.
The wave.
This is the 9th time I've heard this morning.
Oh, thanks.
No!
Ooh, he has actually practiced that in the car.
This is the 9th time I've heard this morning. Jeremiah throwing Tony under the bus, and then Tony goes, "Oh, thanks. Shut up." Watch this.
Often wear sunglasses? No, nobody's ever seen that because it doesn't happen. Champ.
This is the 9th time I've heard this morning.
Oh, thanks, Jeremiah. Really.
He stared daggers
thanks,
at Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
When Jeremiah said that, Tony panic looked at him and goes, "Oh, wow, thanks, Jeremiah." So Tony has been complaining about Theo Vaughn all day in the car. Like
I think he might have
spoiled
actually
little brat.
rehearsed this sick riff
Yeah.
loudly.
Comics do that.
Yeah,
They rehearse.
And after this, nothing is going to be.
That
as
would be
good.
like if you caught me doing Nanette stuff in the mirror. Could you imagine?
Yes.
And then I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to like, what should my Joe Matarese be like? Should it be like this? Should it be like this? That's the difference between me and the psychos.
Ooh. I believe he actually rehearsed that whole thing.
I
And
got to hear
that
that. But he shot darts at Jeremiah Wonders. Watch this.
This is the 9th time I've heard this morning.
Oh, thanks, Jeremiah. Really great right-hand man you are. This fucking bozo.
This fucking... And now he's actually pissed. He's starting to throw some of that hot garbage on this fucking bozo.
Yes.
bro.
Here's another one
Well,
coming up the ranks.
Here's another one coming up the ranks.
Ooh, so that refers to Theo Von. So that is
Back to Theo.
confirmation
So you don't
that he
like
feels
that
threatened.
Theo's coming up the ranks?
He feels threatened by Theo Von.
Oh my God! And he was really mad at Jeremiah for outing him about the 9 times.
Yes.
Hola.
Yep. Taking your pills?
Yeah.
Nice.
Here you go.
It's the bird thing, man. The bird thing.
If you get the belt, though, then you got your guy. You got your right-hand man. Theo doesn't have a right-hand man.
No, I know. He doesn't have a right-hand man. I have a real manager here, a guy to carry my belt for me. You know what I mean?
What's the pallbearer, like fucking Undertaker?
Yeah. We just
You're way more handsome, though, Jeremiah. Don't
Thank
let
you,
me
man.
throw you
Thank
under
you.
the bus like that.
But I'm excited to be back, to reclaim my position. Hopefully Chin isn't a
Oh my God,
weirdo.
a hater.
Michael Rappaport.
Again?
Whoa!
I don't think he did. Well,
Will Sasso. Who will it be?
who's your favorite?
Was he doing the
Bobby Lee?
Yeah. Whoa, yes, Bobby Lee. We remember him. How'd you get Bobby Lee in there, huh? How were you able to squeeze him in? 'Cause you guys have the same face?
Whoa.
That
the
was-
producer is Chinese, so that was racist.
That's why they call him Hinchcliffe out there. You know, that was really, he didn't have it. You know, that final yell that he did, it was a half
Yeah.
half yell there.
There's no passion.
No passion, no
Behind
power.
anything.
No power. So let's talk about what we're going to do to him physically and just describe how we're going to find him and what we're going to do. I'm just kidding. I think that's so funny now on shows because it's like that is the last thing that could ever be said anymore.
To
I
hurt
just-
somebody physically?
Yeah, so I find it so funny to just go right to that because, you know, in there,
Yes.
they're hoping you slip up one day and say something like this. I like to, right off the bat, so let's just hurt them physically. And I think I'm going to go kidnap him and maybe just, you know, hurt him and his family. And it's a joke, guys. It's just a joke. I've got no record of hurting anybody. Okay? So here we go. Let's listen to some more.
That's why. I know what's going on here. Not the first time.
Delia said he's going to take that belt and make errands out of it. He goes, give me that fucking belt. I'm going to melt that thing and make a bracelet or some
Oh,
shit.
man, that makes sense. He would, right? All these.
I told you, man. Before we got
Oh,
in there,
bailed
I
him
might
out.
All those what, Tony?
He
All
bailed him
those
out.
other guys that everyone likes? Is that what you were going to say? And then you realize that these guys aren't you, so they don't have the same hate for themselves?
create an intern belt because I'm pulling a Dana White.
Yeah.
Because Theo over here trying to act big time.
I'm the
We tried
real-
booking him a few times, and he's like, dude, I'm busy. I went, excuse me, sir? Dude, I'm doing... Oh, you can't defend your belt.
Yeah. I'm ready
You're
to
Colby
go.
Covington.
Is everything with these guys got to be an analogy?
MMA
something?
shit.
Yeah, MMA. Oh, my belt, my boxing, my wrestlings. Knock it off, children. Okay? Stop it with the
Is
wrestling.
Tony one of those comedians who's pretending also to be into
Oh, yeah,
MMA?
he knows
What's
all
it
the
with all
facts.
these comedians pretending to be into MMA?
It's like
Jim
this
Norton does
thing-
a fucking
you know what it
MMA
is?
podcast. Lewis.
They have such low confidence in themselves, especially in the area of them feeling like men. So comedians, they feel like these pussies, these weaklings in society. So I think they overcompensate
That's
by
exactly
going,
it.
I love MMA. Oh, yes, MMA, the most manly sport in town. Oh, I know all the stats. You know, and it's, stop it. Stop it with the MMA. Stop with the wrestling. You know, you see these guys my age, they're into the fake wrestling still. They really
like
get a
Sam
kick out.
Roberts.
Guys, I'm telling you. Okay, it's chilling.
It's fucking gay.
It's fucking gay. The belt, still with the belt. This is a 1980s toy. It'd be like if I was still into the pizza shooter from the Ninja Turtles. It was a car. It took batteries and it would shoot plastic pizzas. It was
Yeah.
awesome. It wasn't never in the cartoon. This was just simply to sell a high-end toy. I don't talk about it anymore. I'm over it. They need to get over their childhood fantasies of wrestling down a man. You know, a bear man. I don't even want to be around that scene. If somebody invited me to the MMA show, I'd go, absolutely not.
Yes.
You know? For what? No, actually, I'm pretty big into MMA. I listen to a lot of Biz Bang and all this fighters and Champ and...
Could you imagine?
I really like it all. Zoloft. All right, back to these guys. Tony is on a roll. When I first watched this, I had no idea this first part was about Theo. So with some context, this is amazing. This is amazing. What an amazing opener.
Yep, ready to go. Taking it to the White House. That's what I'm going to do. When I win co-host of the year, I'm going to call Trump and I'm going, get me in for this photo op. I got the new championship fighter and the kid co-host belt. Let me in. Give me access to the White House.
Bro, as long as you say you're a fan.
Be able to go.
It's not like there's people...
Where are you? Who has... what do you call? Called for me. Here he is.
Trying to get in there. They might let you in.
Yeah, it's true. The belt will give me access. I'll show him some of my racist clips of me doing impressions of Asian women, and he'll let me right in.
You're fucking in, bro.
Booked it.
You got...
All right, let's look at the time codes here. 2450. Tony said he's quitting writing for Comedy Central roasts until they put him on the dais. Okay.
Oh.
So he writes for the Comedy Central roasts. So if you've ever heard a joke you didn't like, let's blame him for that one. We're going to 2450 here. Can you believe Tony has such a high-profile job, like writing for someone?
No. He probably did all the best jokes for that Bruce Willis roast.
Yeah.
Minutes.
There's nothing you can do about it. Showtime. Enjoy this.
Yeah. Even Showtime changed the channel. Showtime was like, now he's dying up there.
How did you guys?
Tony's very similar to like when Melton makes a joke. He's got to look around the room to make sure everyone knows what they just got. You know, you just got a gift there. Can you believe jokes coming out of me? I can't even believe it either. They're so proud of themselves for these little jokes. This poor Jeremiah Wonders. You'd think, aren't you done with Tony by now? Haven't you been beaten down enough? Jeremiah Wonders is one of those guys you got to pluck from Tony because he'll continue to be beaten down. He's like one of Patrick Melton's old listeners where you need to pry them away, and then once you do, they really realize what they went through, you know? Like Daniel Frick.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if we pried Jeremiah away, he'd be like, dude, you don't even know the half of it, bro. It was horrible. He used to make me eat dog food in the back of his Jetta.
Tony Hinchcliffe needs to be Me Too'd. He definitely has slipped up somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
He needs to be Me Too'd.
The slop top, stick in the claw. All right, let's hear what
Sex
happens
demon.
here. Let's hear. Yeah.
Who wrote for it? Do you help out with any of that stuff, Jeremiah? With the roast battles?
No, not really.
That's all you two. Right?
Oh, no, I write on the Comedy Central roast with all the celebrities, but I'm pretty sure I'm done with that. I think I'm retiring.
Why is that?
Because I am taking a stand that I should be on the dais for these roasts from now on.
100%.
I should be on them. However, I did...
What's your manager say about it? Or agent?
Same thing. They think I'm right there.
What's Comedy Central say? Some of the people I see on there are like...
What's Comedy Central say? America doesn't know you, son. Now get back to the writer's room. Could you imagine you're Comedy Central and then this prick comes up to you with his clipboard? I demand to be on the dais or no more jokes from me. All right, we'll call the next comic on the list who writes jokes. I believe all of them do. You guys don't know what you're missing. America would love me. No, they would pretty much go, who the fuck is he? And it would distract them from enjoying the roast. And the celebrities find you to be vile.
He was on the dais once, wasn't he? I remember him in a slick
Does anyone have a
suit.
clip of him on the dais of any roast? Type in
I
Tony.
do think he was.
Comedy Central roast Tony Hinchcliffe. See if he pops up in anywhere, Jules, and we'll play a clip of him, the Golden Pony. Yeah, they'll probably put him on too. Let's see what happens.
What the fuck?
You know, Comedy Central is, it's one of those things to where they don't really show their, they're not very clear about what or why or anything. You know, it's one of those
Oh,
things
that's nice.
to where.
Jeremiah's like, Comedy Central, if you're listening, I don't agree with any of this stuff. I'm willing to work, and I'm willing to work hard. And here's Tony demanding cash. How about this? Try to get one positive comment on a podcast first, and then we'll talk.
Well, that's why I cried when I made Comedy Central. So.
And also, you know, they let the guest of honor at those big roasts decide who's on there. So like this
that
most
makes sense.
recent
Like
one,
Bruce Willis?
Exactly. Bruce Willis is really good friends with Dom Irrera and Kevin Pollak. So I was sort of, you know, and by the way, I love Dom Irrera.
I love Dom.
Truly,
Oh,
like
he's
he's
been
like
so nice to me.
oh
yeah.
my god, like a best
been the
friend,
best.
a father.
He's so cool, man.
He's an everything.
What?
Yeah.
One of those guys.
I don't know anyone who doesn't like him. If you don't, I will suck.
Who's
you.
Dom Herrera? Is that some snowboarder?
Hope he
Or
dies
D-
from collapse. Hope he
DMXer?
Hope he drops dead. Dom Irrera is actually really funny. He killed it on the Bruce Willis roast. Wasn't he the funniest one there?
I haven't
think
seen
so.
it.
He's a big fat old man who goes, "What the fuck am I to do?" He's kind of like Ron Bennington if Ron Bennington cut the shit and started being real. Hey, you fucks, if you don't care about me, why should I? I'm Don Barrett. Big fat old fuck.
Absolutely. And if you don't like him, I will push you into Brendan so he will sock you in the dick.
Correct. You and Jeremiah play a
Why
loud
the
saxophone in your ear.
Yeah.
Just right in the ear.
Yeah, take that. Sax. So, like, when I saw Dom was on it, I'm like, you know what? This is awesome.
He's
this
a
is a
legend.
cool last roast for me to write on and help everybody out. Got to work with Martha Stewart again. Got to try to work with Dennis Rodman. Turns out not.
Name
To
dropping.
try to work with Dennis Rodman. I got to try to work with Dennis Rodman, so pretty close. Cool. Worked with Martha Stewart again. Tried to work with Rodman, so that counts. You heard Rodman, right? Okay. But I'm very gracious, as you could see. That's why Dom Irrera is the best, obviously. You know me as more gracious than anything. No. You have extreme jealousy, and you are complimentary toward one 90-year-old man.
Not the greatest reader. It's sort of hard to be a great writer when the person anyway.
Can't read.
Yeah, you know, it's
Can't
one of
even
those
read good.
one of those things. But he saved us from nuclear war, so I can't complain.
Oh, he wrote the
wow.
Dennis Rodman jokes for
Yeah.
the Bruce Willis roast, and they all bombed, and he feels bad
Yeah.
about it.
And so
he
now
blames
he's
it on him
retelling
for
them.
not being able to read.
And he's actually going to say he saved us from nuclear war. Is that
yeah,
not the
that's
most hack Dennis Rodman joke you could imagine?
Yes.
Like, I would go,
Ooh,
pass.
boy.
My mind would pass on that one immediately, and I would go to the next. It's like to be so proud of something that all of Twitter thought about the second Dennis Rodman went to North Korea is appalling in my eyes. Okay. And I noticed if I'm ever losing my train of thought on this show, I just take a second and all I have to do is go, it's appalling. It's insane. It's just disgusting. That can wrap up any sentence
Right.
that I have on this show. Because it's just appalling. All right, let's go back into see how that works. That's amazing.
Wow.
These are industry.
It always applies too. To
Nobody
your content show.
ever goes, you ran out of stuff to say, didn't you? Nope. Just gonna say appalling from the beginning. I'm appalled. Prove otherwise, Crowder. All right, here we go.
Like North Korea. Dude. So it was a good roast, though. So how do those when those roasts, how does it work? Like they give you the subject, Bruce Willis, then you add like all these fucking roasts.
Yep. And then, you know,
Wait. How do the roasts work? So they give you the subject, Bruce Willis, and then you like add all these fucking roasts?
Yeah, I didn't get this
It's like
question
the
at all. And he
dumbest
goes, yeah.
Why are you interviewing anybody?
What a
Listen
dumb
to this
retard.
fucking question from this monkey.
Though. So how do those when those roasts, how does it work? Like they give you the subject, Bruce Willis, then you add like all these fucking roasts.
Yep.
What?
That's a clip good enough to be on like a real TV show like Daniel Tosh.
Yes.
That is insane.
Yep. It's appalling.
Yeah. Tony, you're going to let that slide? Dr. Dreadful?
What the fuck?
Let's see.
And then, when people are booked to be on the dais, you get a chance to write from their perspective. So it's like Martha Stewart's in, and I'm like, here we go. Let's do it again. So me and the guy, Mike Ferrucci, genius. This is one of these wizards that we have no idea.
Did you stand up too?
He used to.
Okay, so that's why he's not coming for your job. I see.
Then he started just making, you know what I mean? Like, he's one of those guys that, they tell you everybody's getting paid the same amount in these writers' rooms, favored nations or whatever. And this is one of those guys that's like a gun for hire, a freak.
He's a monster.
And when him and I get in a room together...
So gay.
I hate when they describe... He's a monster. You should see his jokes. Then it's like, Dennis Rodman is... he once wore a wedding dress. Okay, it's not really you guys got to get your heads out of your fucking comedy asses. Not everything is so epic. They're really wrapped up in this joke writing. We're joke writers. No one else could joke write. They can. It's just talking.
It is. We just come out with we come out walking like Connor does in the octagon, but with pieces of paper. Like, wait till you see what we wrote.
Wow. We come out like Connor. That's not something that should be on any non-douche's mind.
Nobody's trying to relate to the MMA guy.
Yeah, of course. We come out like Connor. Really? Because that didn't work out so well for Connor. He's in hiding. He also flipped out and attacked an entire van. They arrested him. He's doing terrible. Does have another fight coming up, though. So I'm sure everyone's excited. But you shouldn't be imagining that you're Conor McGregor. That is the fantasies of a fool. Okay? That's why people can't... You shouldn't even like Conor McGregor because you go, it's a little rich. You know what I mean? Like, it's not real. Let's get over ourselves. Nobody is like this. And then he gets knocked out by a black guy who's like, I'm just trying to have a little fun. Boop. Oh, what happened? Boop. Boop.
What other shows does he work on? Because that's not that frequent.
He is so great at what he does that he does like these, he's one of those guys that can do like these gigantic corporate gigs, that pay really well.
He's constantly talking about money. Dude.
I
He's
know.
in it for
Oh,
the
they
cash.
pay really well. Oh, my God. He can do corporate gigs. Oh, my God. You should introduce him to Josh Denny.
Well, like if a cowboy wants to roast his other cowboy friends, the oil tycoons in Texas, guess what? They end up finding out about this guy. It's one of those things. And, but him and I wrote the original Martha script from the Bieber roast, which sort of went on to be considered, I think, one of the greatest roast performances of all time. And
wow.
Yeah.
I consider something I write one of the great. And believe me, everyone at Comedy Central probably despises him. Imagine how many times some executive is in their office hard at work and they hear, "Who's there?" "It's me, boss, Tony." "Come in." "I would like a raise." "Get out of my office, Tony. I'm not gonna go over this again." Some black guy is looking through his glasses like this. "Get out of my office." "All right, I'll be back in a minute. I want to raise." "Get out."
Got us both a lot of work. And
then does Jeff Ross also write or no?
Jeff Ross writes for himself. Yeah,
he was, because I saw him I did a set and then he was up in the OR and I went and watched him.
He did a set
in his notes and was going over all.
Oh yeah, you didn't know Brendan does stand up now.
He's also stand up.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe it.
Do you think Joe Rogan is good?
As a stand up, not really. No.
He's about 400 times worse than Rogan. He's basically Brian Redband with some pudgy muscles.
He's the man. He's so great at it. He was basically built at the Friars Club in New York City. You know what I mean? Like, he's an OG. He really is the roast master general, and he really is undeniably awesome at all that. So,
okay. Sven, you brought this up earlier where Tony was shopping around his Kill Tony idea to Comedy Central.
Yeah.
He's going to talk about that in here.
Okay.
And let's see what he says. I hope it's something cringe.
Where you're not just seeing Jeremiah and Tony and freaking Crystalia and Brian Kelly just slaughter crowds.
We get it.
And another cool thing about Kill Tony that I think goes under the radar a lot is that there's something for everyone. There's every type of art.
Wait, I have to
Imagine if you said that exact thing about Red Bar.
There is something for everyone. I object. There is something for a very small, select group of people called your audience. And that is about it. All the other people in the world would actually hate this show. Okay, Tony? You're fucking delusional. I mean, I think people really forget about, like, especially in this comedy scene, they seem to completely forget that there's any other type of individual that exists besides them. Like, to think that Kill Tony would be something that all of America could enjoy? Are you out of your mind? It's like the worst, poorly produced show, co-hosted by Brian Redban, who's sloppily playing distorted sound effects because the levels are
I don't think I've ever seen a single episode of that show.
You got to see how terrible the show is. All right, let's see some more.
Is happening at once. There's stand-up comedy, right? There's a podcast. There's a band playing music. There's sound effects. There's an artist drawing the show.
Do you hear this list of something for everybody?
There's burgers, stand-up comedy. There's beers.
There's stand-up comedy.
Anime.
Yeah. He goes, there's stand-up comedy. It's a podcast. That's not like two separate things. It's a stand-up comedy show that you tape and put out via podcast technology. That doesn't mean like people who love podcasts will love it because it's a podcast.
Yes.
So there is something for everybody. If you like stand-up, if you like podcasts, there's something for everybody. And then he goes on, there's a band and a guy drawing. And a guy who draws the show. And this is true. There's always a guy in the audience. Ryan J. Ebelt, they call him.
Poor guy.
And he just draws like a courtroom sketch of Tony each show. And then Tony goes, another perfect drawing of me for my own wall. And puts it. And it's like, no one else cares that he drew you. Like, that's nice for you and your collection of fan art that you should be over by now, by the way. Like, fan art is something you should be into within, like, the first year of your career. You get a kick out of fan art. And then it gets to a point where you go, if somebody fucking draws me, I'm going to puke. And that's where you should be. I actually met Sven because he drew fan art of the show.
Is that no.
This is true.
No, you had a house to fill in London and you begged me to come. That's how we met. Or I called in first.
That's how we met, but
yeah, okay. All right, I'm a loser faggot.
Shouldn't have made the fan art comment.
I'm a bitch ass faggot.
Some of these things I don't fully think through, and I guess fan art's fine.
No, it's not like I'm sitting here drawing fan art of you. That has never ever happened.
Every day
you're trying to protect me now for something that I never ever did.
I'm not kidding. Every day the mailman comes to my door. I go, what's the meaning of this? And they go, I need you to sign for something. I go, why? Who's doing this? And then I open it up. Another picture from Sven of me. And I go, he's sending these certified mail. And we put them in a pile. It's getting sick. He won't stop drawing me.
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding. All right, let's pretend this never happened and go back to the tape.
By the way, I was going to say that the courtroom sketch thing probably started as a joke. Like, oh my God, imagine. And now that guy is stuck there having to sit there, draw them every fucking time.
You've never seen Kill Tony? That's exactly what happened. This guy came, he was an artist, and he was just watching the show. And as just a funny thing, while the show was going, he was sketching. And at the end of the show, he gave it to Tony. And Tony's like, this is amazing. You should do this every show. And the guy's like, oh, well, I actually have no, I'll see you tomorrow. And now the guy's stuck. He doesn't have the guts to say, I can't really be doing this. It's costing me a lot in supplies.
Yes.
Thousands of dollars. And Tony just goes, thank you. And he puts it away. Doesn't even show anybody the art. He goes, thanks. As if he's like collecting a paycheck from the guy.
Your art is mine.
Let's hear that. I gotta hear that list again.
Comedy, right? There's a podcast. There's a band playing music. There's sound effects.
There's sound effects.
Sound effect.
That
wow.
is not something America's like. Wait, did you say sound effect?
It's for the people who are into sound effects.
As if it's like Brian Redband hearing the word like there's going to be burgers there. No. America doesn't. He's running. He doesn't even. He's like, it's got something for everyone. I'll do a list. Hey, I'm confident enough. Stand up podcast. It gets drawn. There's fuck. Why did I start this list?
Oh shit!
Good thing we only have 5 fingers. Am I right, motherfuckers? I'm the champ.
There's an artist drawing the show. There's improvisation coming from the band. Character work.
There's improvisation coming from the band. This is ridiculous.
This is so stupid.
Coming from the band. The whole thing isn't planned at all. So it's like
the whole thing isn't planned. All right, I wonder why Comedy Central didn't want to put $400,000 behind the pilot episode. Can you imagine pitching this to a serious person? It has sound effects. Sound effects, you say? Well, we should probably cancel Tosh.
Every form of
comedy
of art.
The thing what's crazy about it is it wouldn't work with
every form of art because somebody draws them during the show privately. So that I don't know.
And music though.
Music. It by the way, the band is a snare drum, a cymbal, a guy on an electric guitar, and a saxophone player, and they're just going. It's not like if you're a music lover,
it's
you're
not
actually
beautiful art.
You're actually gonna hate this band if you appreciate music. It's Jeremiah Watkins, by the way, is their saxophone player. I'm not even joking.
No
I swear on my life. We'll play you a clip. They're good. They're good. But it's definitely not like if you're into bands, you're going to like this.
You're going to tune in to Kill Tony?
Say Comedy Central was okay, we want to buy Kill Tony. It wouldn't work.
Well, that's exactly what their executives think, Brendan. Thanks a lot. Thanks for really sealing the deal there. Thanks a lot. Yeah,
and that's why it would never work on a network.
Yeah,
I'll see you guys later.
And that's my time.
Thank you guys.
And this is the sick thing with comedians. Tony doesn't care that once a week he has a sold-out show at the Comedy Store that he makes a lot of money off. It needs to be on TV, not more. I mean, he could get 1 million views on his podcast, but if it got 1 view on Comedy Central, he needs that. You know what he wants? He wants, I created a show and it went all the way up to national TV, Comedy Central. That's what he wants. He wants it so everyone else goes, ooh, look what Tony did. Look what he created and look where it went. That's what he's interested in. Not that it'll be a better show.
So he'd be happy if it only ran for 1 season, so he'd have the credit.
Yeah, it's like, why would if I was a comedian, I would stay far away from Comedy Central. Okay, they're gonna pick you up and they're gonna dump you. Who's around that's been around for more than a few years? It's a joke. Why do you need to go through that? Don't waste your efforts with it. It's a big production for nothing. Here we go.
YouTube
fuck
forever.
you, Kill Tony. No, just kidding. No, this is my here's my
This is why you will always be on YouTube forever.
No, but that's not a bad thing.
Right.
Everyone has this dream of TV, but you guys are so multi-dimensional. No TV network, I'm sure they want to build it, and eventually you guys will get bought out because of this. Yeah. But right now, there's no Comedy Central ain't go, we're going to buy it from you, and we're going to do all the same stuff.
Right.
There's no way.
Yeah, without
so you're going to air on
it.
your network for an hour and a half, and then they can watch it here. Then you upload the podcast, and you do this, and then you can pay these people, and you can do this. There's no way.
I told them,
it's good thing.
I pitched to them, come into the Comedy Store with 5 cameras every Monday, put them on rollers, make it look pretty, and edit down the hour and a half to your favorite 22 minutes. There's a gigantic built-in following, blah, 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 blah. I told them all this.
You tried doing this?
Yeah, tried it. In fact, I pitched it to them, I think, 2 or 3 times, to be honest. It's crazy. It's a tough business out there.
It's not
a tough business, actually. I thought you were the leader of the free world. Come on. You're supposed to be the best guy. Now, it's pretty tough out there, actually. They're denying me left and right. It's not really that cool to come out. It's not Conor McGregor, bro, to talk about all your denials. You know? I was denied the dais, denied a show. Can you imagine having the audacity to think you deserve your own show on TV? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That is ambitious
He pitched it 3 times, by the way. That's not done.
That would be like me going down to Capitol Records and going, hi, I would like to become like a Jay-Z level of a guy. What do you say? No? Seems like a lot of work? Got it. I'll be back next week.
Here's how it would work. Well, I think you're going about it wrong. We can spitball right now.
I love it.
Because I think what Comedy Central lacks is they don't have a digital presence. There's no if you don't have a digital presence, you're getting lost in the fucking dust.
Yep.
And you look at any other major network, they all have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I have a digital presence, but more so that I'm like robotic, you know? Digital. Sorry.
It's Red Band's girlfriend that crawls out of the TV.
Yeah, digital presence. Yeah. Ah, yes, digital presence. Sure. Yeah. I've talked about that with my manager as well. Who tried to talk about it with Dennis Rodman.
PN Plus now, they have digital, there's Facebook, Instagram. Any major corporations trying to go that way, Amazon, Netflix, all that stuff has to be on demand. So if I'm Comedy Central, I'm going, all right, we have no digital presence at all. We got to figure this out. Showtime said same thing. We got to figure this out.
Okay, there's another big one coming up, another denial. He's going to talk about his agents at CAA, a company that I can't stand.
What they do, they came after me.
Yep.
I've made my name in the digital space.
Yep.
So with Comedy Central, they're like, we need a presence. It obviously has to be in comedy. Who has a big following? You two, you guys. Yeah. What's a quality show? You guys. Man, we have no podcast network. You guys. Yeah. So it would take this umbrella deal to...
You're going to let Red Band head to Comedy Central's podcast network? Do you understand what he does with his air fryer at night? I mean, come on. You're really talking about having Brian Redband on national TV? Does this guy need to go through that much luck again? I mean, come on.
Now, I have never seen Kill Tony, but I suspect it's fucking shit, right?
Well, it could be entertaining. What the show is you have Tony Hinchcliffe and Brian Redband. And then every week you have 2 guest judges, and they sit there. It's like American Idol, where a comedian will go up and do a minute of stand-up comedy, and then they review them. So, I mean, it's fun always to watch people getting ripped on.
It's just that the judges aren't fun, charismatic guys that you like to watch. That concept could work, but with other people. Well, the concept works,
yeah. So sometimes they have on good guests, and it's funny. But, people do not like Tony Hinchcliffe.
You know what? They might have offered him this. Like, listen, we are interested in buying the concept, but we want a different host. We wouldn't want to use you. And he denied because he needs to be the guy.
Imagine saying that to Tony Hinchcliffe? I would be so afraid. I'd be like, I'm going to put on my bulletproof vest before I say this. But we like the show. We want to buy it, but without you... Don't fucking rip me to shreds. Who would dare say that to Tony? You got to be out of your fucking mind. All right, let's see more.
For them to take it in.
I agree.
So any young listener who's working at Comedy Central and you want to fucking put your foot in the door with the boss, you should be pitching to Kill Tony to Comedy Central, going, no, fuck your TV. Tosh.0, that's your guy's baby. That's only going to last for how much longer? Yep. If you guys don't get hip, we're going to be fucking dying.
Tony's sitting there going, yep, trust me, I've told them. They're stupid. They're idiots. No. They don't need some fucking little kid coming in and going, let me rerun your company here for you. Daniel Tosh, please. They got it figured out.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And Kill Tony's the way we can get hip.
There's no doubt in my mind that it's going to end up somewhere where it should be,
That's your plan.
When it happens. Yes, exactly. But you're 100% right. Yeah. And that's exactly how...
Your agents are who? You want to tell me off here?
Here we go. Listen to this.
They're at WME. Yep. Power team. No, they're unbelievable.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're great. They just took over. I just made a little switcheroo last year.
Oh, you just made a switcheroo.
Yeah, from the old boys.
For my old boys?
Yeah.
Not CA.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is a conversation off here.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's go. Chin, you going to edit this part out, or are you going to make it louder? Try to bury my career again, Chin. Not Chin.
Barry, you don't have... What career? I guess he has a career, but to me, no. It's like, I don't look at you as a guy with a career. You're just some crazy lobster guy that we
hate you.
Yeah, this guy's actually like a thing. Part of the society. I can't believe it.
And don't forget, everybody in the YouTube comments hates him.
Yeah.
How many dislikes does this video have?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Love looking at dislikes.
It's about even.
851.
And that's very bad. By
851 is pretty bad.
Yeah.
But wow, look how many views. 132,000 views for this shit. Seriously, do these people know how lucky they are that they fell into this nonsense where they're getting 130? For what? Let's read some of the comments really quick while we're here. Tony is such a douche. I want to like him, but I never do. When I see him on anyone's podcast, he ain't got shit on Theo. Nice. Hate Tony, someone says. Couple of gay boys here. I thought Tony was a ventriloquist. Yeah, I thought Tony was a ventriloquist doll on the thumbnail. Jeremiah got that Hitler nose.
Hitler.
Oh, I thought it said Hitler. I guess that's only something we would write. Hitla. Let's see.
Yeah.
Wow. This is the first episode I've abandoned after 5 minutes. Tony is a helmet. What is that?
A cockhead?
Retarded Steve-O, someone says. I feel like I'm in the minority, but I definitely appreciated Jeremiah's presence. I feel like I'm in the minority. Damn, Jeremiah. Sorry, bro. Tony's voice is tough on the ears. Let's see. Tony looks anorexic. Brandon acts like a superior comic talking to real-ass comedians. Finally, a podcast where they talk about the art of stand-up comedy. So interesting. Thank you.
He's right. That's what they always do.
Here's one. Is Tony a gay man? Just wondering. Let's see. Is this one? Wow, look at this. I've been following the Joe Rogan podcast since 2014. That man is smart, and I know he knows, and he knows what he's talking about. His opinion actually makes sense, but somewhere in 2017, he lost his credibility only by one quote. Tony Hinchcliffe is funny. I lost him there. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
Goddamn, Tony Hinchcliffe is unbearable. Let's see. These guys are gay. LOL, roasted. I don't like Brendan Schwab. Am I right, guys? Roasted. YouTube comments. Theo's the king. Dalia and Sasso are tied for second. Kill Tony is hilarious. I shouldn't have read that.
Nah.
Usually if someone's saying Theo's king, it's going to be a Tony diss. So you could see how I got jammed up there. The three gay migos. Tony's fake forced laugh is annoying. Tony has that vocal fry.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to see. Tony hates on Theo so much. Pretty lame. So Tony's on a show with an ex-fighter and still has the balls to sit with his legs all feminine like that? I think Jeremiah had to extra man spread to compensate. It's hard to decide who's more irritating, Tony's ego or his voice. Okay. They hate him. Now, I really need to see, you never hear about Tony reading these comments. I need to see Tony going through these and going, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. All right, let's hear this. I think there's a little bit right here, and then we'll skip ahead.
Is that going to be the part that you put on who will be co-host of 2018? I left my agents last year.
Just a supercut of Brendan going, Kill Tony will never be on the network.
That's
Suck
the
my
highlight.
dick, Kill Tony. Suck it.
That's the caption for the episode.
Yeah.
Brendan believes Kill Tony's going nowhere.
Yeah, so, we're...
Yeah.
Okay. let's go to 5629. Something about Tony admits that his baby is going to grow up to be a junkie because his wife is a junkie. Remember, he got married to that coke addict.
The Russian lady.
The Russian coke addict who's like, when can I break up with him? Has this been long enough? All right, 56. Let's hear it.
You put a room of comedians in front of a wrestling screen. It's game, set, match.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And this was just a random clip. You put a group of comedians in front of a wrestling screen, and it's game set. I gotta hear that again.
You put a room of comedians in front of a wrestling screen. It's game, set, match. And we were soaking it in for ourselves for years until the point to where we're like, what are we doing? Plus, we were catching up talking about wrestling for an hour every week.
Yeah.
The same group of people. We're like, why don't we just do this with microphones in front of our faces? Yeah, and it's growing.
So you do that, and you do your golden pony, the pony hour?
Yep. Well, I'm about to restart the pony hour. It took a little hiatus for a year because I've just been touring so much and everything's just been chaos lately.
Now, you remember a Red Bar fan went up to Tony and asked him about me a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. What
and Tony responded immediately with, he's nothing but a 2-bit troll. He's not funny. Remember that? So Tony knows me, and he despises me. Remember that? We read it. It was even better than that. Someone went like, hey, do you know of Red Bar? And I was like, yeah, he's not funny at all. He's a 2-bit troll. And the guy was like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, he'll never be what I am. And you're like, oh, so you know a lot about him. Yes. So Tony secretly knows about all the things I've done and said. And he just hates me. Isn't that something? That's incredible to me. And he's never said anything to me. Knock it off, or I'll knock you off. So I wonder how deep he goes. Does he watch all of this coverage? Does he watch a little of it? Isn't that something? Oof, I don't like being known by these fellas. All right, let's hear some more.
But yeah, I'm gonna start that back up in about a week or two. But yeah, we do Kill Tony and the Store Horseman and the Pony Hour.
It's a lot of shit.
Writing
about
jobs
17 podcasts that he does.
Exactly.
Busiest touring comedians.
I'm one of the busiest touring comedians, he said.
He didn't really get a reaction at first, so we had to add that. I'm actually one of the biggest touring comedians.
You know, if you put a black person between Tony and Josh Denny, I think his head would explode. You know, like you could just have them have a normal conversation and then watch a black guy die.
There.
Yeah, no,
Flying from one city to the next.
Yeah, I got you,
Just
bro.
got married, got a 4-month-old puppy.
Oh, what kind of dog?
A half Australian Shepherd, half Beagle.
Wow.
Testing out
Went safe, huh?
what a half Australian, half American would be like. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
Wait, he keeps winking at us.
Yeah.
Australia, what's up, kangaroo?
Got a new Corvette. Whoopsie
You did get a new
daisy.
Corvette. Oh, whoopsie.
Wow.
Oh, my.
I rode in it with him on the way here. It's pretty dope.
Wow, so Tony, that's what he's wearing, like a Corvette racing top? Like you would wear if you were racing Corvettes? So he bought like a bunch of Corvette clothes. And like driving shoes. He's got like driving shoes now. And he got a Corvette. It's like, no one's getting a Corvette. Like, that's not a cool car. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I guess it is, but
He puts on his driver.
Tony was like,
movie driver.
I'm going to get the sports car and show all these guys. And then he gets like a Corvette. Like, all he could think of was, what kind of sports cars are out there? Ah, the Dodge Viper? Nah. A Corvette. Yes. And it's like, no one's really... Like, you look pretty fucking weird driving a Corvette around as Tony Hinchcliffe. And then he's wearing, like, this Corvette Coca-Cola wetsuit type deal. I bet he has, like, he got, like, a helmet with his insignia in it. Ah, yeah. You see this, baby?
He's a speed racer villain.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? A bright red Corvette. Yeah, very fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
This is like when Yusuf got Yeezys, they're saying. Yeah.
We got from 0 to 50 in like 2 seconds.
2 seconds, bro. That was a dope ride, though.
It's fun.
Is it on your Instagram at all?
No, I didn't. I don't like bragging about my Corvette on my Instagram, just on podcasts.
Yeah, it's always
just audio.
There's Mallory, though. Look at that little cutie
That's a
pie.
cute dog.
Mallory.
Oh, I always get so sad when I think of these dogs that have to live with Red Bar Fools. It was like, remember when Donkey Lips got a dog? We're like, oh, it's like they don't even know how grody their life is. You know, we got to save these dogs. I want to rescue all the Fools' dogs and have Chula reteach them how to interact with society. Jesus Christ.
Cliff.
You sure there's not some Rottweiler in that thing?
There might be. They said Beagle mix.
Oh, did you get it from a pound?
If by Beverly Hills super professional
in the show notes it says Tony also somebody else wrote these in the Bring Back group. These were compiled by Brandon Moeller, Xander, and Joey Henniges. Henniges. And in the show note for this it says he also refers to his dog as baby girl. It made my fucking skin crawl. That's the first time I've seen a show note with like the editorialized. It made my fucking skin crawl. That's cool. That's a cool show note. Okay, let's jump to 103. Tony tells a story about a stranger calling him a weirdo. Okay, this might be good. And then we've got that epic Theo Vaughn interaction. Theo Vaughn's going to come onto the set, and I hear there's some really... So this is like the big finale coming up.
I didn't know about this.
I know, either do I. Listen to this one. Theo Vaughn and Jocko Willink interrupt the show, and it's very awkward.
Oh, shit.
This is coming up in just moments. Jocko! Regret, regurgitate, reevaluate that guy.
Re-engage.
Yeah, re-engage. I'd like to re-engage with a Molotov cocktail thrown through the window of that guy's family's home. 103.18 is what I'm trying to find here. Let's hear this.
And he turned around with like this. Everyone, we were all scared of
what?
Ponytail
comes around and slaps you in the face.
Did he sit down?
Bitch.
Did it work?
Sat down. It worked.
You know,
I was a hero that night.
Sometimes you just gotta say something. I had a weird one happen yesterday. I woke up on a flight, like 4 hours into a flight, and I'm focusing my eyes, and I look down, and the guy to my left, on my right is the window, right? Yeah. I'm against the window, front row. So I look down to my left because I'm, trying to wake up, focus my eyes, and this guy's texting. And I just so happen to look down at what he's texting, and he says, "I'm sitting in the middle seat between two weirdos."
Wow.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck? I'm just waking up. What makes me a weirdo? I look over across him because I'm like, maybe there's a weirdo on the other side of him. And I look, and it's this cool cowboy, like American, like legend guy with a mustache. Like he looks cool, like a guy at the bar on Big Lebowski or whatever. Like I'm like, that guy seems cool. Why am I a weirdo?
You're the weirdo.
So now I keep looking. Like I can't stop looking at what he's texting and what he's got going on in his life.
Texts.
Oh my God. And it turns out he's got a conversation going with 3 or 4 different people. Like, the guy next to me has the window shut. What a weirdo.
Jesus Christ.
One person's like, do you know where you're at now? He's like, I think I'm over the Grand Canyon, but I wouldn't know because the weirdo next to me has the window shut.
Yeah, you don't think you're a fucking weirdo? Then who's a weirdo? Who's a weirdo if you're not?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah is definitely a fucking weirdo. He can't walk through a strip club without looking at the floor and panicking.
What?
Yeah, that's the turning point. Like before I knew this story about Jeremiah, I was like, oh, Jeremiah's fine. But Jeremiah has this completely other side of him where he's this Puritan, scared of
tits,
sex guy. They took him to a strip club against his will. He had never been, and he went in the strip club. He couldn't look up, and he panicked and ran out the back door with his head down like this, with his hand over his eyes.
Cool.
And ever since I heard that story, I'm like, oh, he's a freak.
He's a fucked up
Christian
Christian upbringing.
He's got deep issues. Okay. Let's hear a little bit more. And then the big moment, Theo Vaughn and Jocko enter the picture. What a bizarre mashup here.
So at one point, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this guy, right? So I reach for the window shutter, and I start to lift it up slowly.
I was waiting for the lie half of the story.
Here it is. Yeah, me too.
And here it is. And here it is. And you called it out immediately. It's like, okay, I bet you he did call you a weirdo, because that's something I don't think Tony would say about himself.
Yeah.
Weirdo, specifically. And you could see he's uncomfortable even telling that part. And now the lie comes in. So
now
what
comes the
I
vindication.
did, you didn't do shit. You sat there in your head for 40 hours. And you sat there, and even when you got to Maryland and you checked in your hotel, it was swirling, why am I a weirdo? That's all that happened. You didn't school the guy. Should we predict what he did? I don't know. Can we predict? What does he do to school the guy? Well,
he's going to do something with the window, but why would he do that? Because he's bothering the guy, the cowboy guy as well.
He don't give a fuck about that.
He says he's reaching all the way to the window and he's going to do something to the window? No,
if I was sitting in the middle between Tony and a cowboy, I would probably just get out of my seat and run towards the pilot and pretend that I'm trying to take down the plane until they take down me. I'm not sitting next to them.
Right? So I reach for the window shutter, and I start to lift it up slowly. And as I lift it up and get it about halfway, I just put my whole face in front of the window. And I'm looking back and forth and out the window for a few seconds. Then I start to lean back, and I just shut it like that, right?
Hilarious.
But he wasn't the aisle seat. How was he doing this to the window?
I don't know. Maybe the Cowboys help. I don't know. It's bizarre, and that's like, oh, good. So you're like messing with this guy on his flight? Leave him alone. You've already ruined half his trip.
I do love reading people's texts.
And
that's my biggest fear. Like, I've said this before. Like, what if I get on a plane, I go to sit in my seat, I put my bag up, I look, and it's fucking Melton sitting in the window seat, and I have to sit next to. Like, what would you do?
I would love that, actually. Wouldn't that be fun?
What would you do?
That would be a great story.
I don't know. Dude, that is fucking crazy. That's crazy.
But he wouldn't do anything to you.
No,
of
course not. It's not about that. Come
on.
But
you would have to have a conversation with him.
Although, I don't know what I would do. That's like my biggest fear ever. Not a fear, like, my biggest, what would you do?
Yeah,
I guess you would have to eat it and be like, I can't take this flight. You film it, you tell everybody about it, and you run. Or like Tony Hinchcliffe. Yeah, like you get on a plane, imagine, and it's Tony Hinchcliffe, and you have to sit next to him. Oof. It could happen, dude. I sat next to Jane Lynch on a plane. It was the worst flight I've ever had. Jane Lynch from Glee and the 40-year-old virgin. Yeah, the lesbian. She ate I'll never forget this. I'll tell the story again. I go to my seat, and sitting on the window is Jane Lynch, 40-year-old virgin, blonde hair, Glee. And everybody, I sit down right next to her in the middle seat, and everybody else starts coming on the plane, and they're gushing over her. And I'm just sitting there going, I'm not going to bother her, you know. But then then you're thinking, do you acknowledge that, yes, you're Jane Lynch, hi? Or do you say nothing? I chose to say nothing, which I think...
Of course. Why would you say anything?
Well, because everybody was coming up to her, like reaching over, oh my God, Jane Lynch. And I'm just like this. And Jane Lynch kind of gave me this look like, are you not going to say anything to Jane Lynch? I didn't say a word to her, but I studied her carefully. She ordered a cheese and apple slices dish, and I watched her very creepily, like the GPM, take a slice of cheese, put it over the apple, and go, and take the most slow bite I've ever seen so that she doesn't make a sound. And I'm sitting there going, does she know I wrote a song called Kill All the Gays? And if she did, would that start a huge issue? And at the end of the flight, I got up and I go, I fucking despise you. You make me sick. People like you have ruined marriage. and then I spit in her face. They had to hold me back from ripping her apart. I said, "You're lucky you're alive." I looked her right in her fucking geek eyes. I said, "You're lucky to be alive."
You lost your cool.
Today. I flipped.
You flipped.
Fuck yes, I'm right. Jane Lynch, who cares? She was big at the time. This was at the height of Glee. Now, why was she flying on the same cheap seat as me? I don't know. Maybe I was flying in the good seats that day. All right, let's go back to Tony.
My point is, I wanted to say something to him.
Bro, you're the fucking weirdo.
Right, and I knew that's all it would turn into. Weirdo. It's like, oh yeah, well you're a fucking weirdo. No, you're a weirdo. Why are you reading my text? I'm like, fuck you, weirdo.
I saw it, bro. You're fucking weird.
Yeah.
I read people's texts all the time if I can. I love it. I love it.
And now, by the way, I know everything about the guy because I was watching his phone the last hour of the flight. I know what emails he gets. I know he's talking to his side chick.
Okay, then you should be arrested. Because that's sick. I've never done that.
He knows he's talking to his side chick. Yeah, of course.
I'm sure. Yeah, you're just trying to funny up the story for the end.
Yeah.
I've never done that, by the way.
No.
Looked into someone else's phone.
The host has said about 3 times, I love reading other people's texts because he's trying to tell a story, but Hinchcliffe keeps interjecting with
I actually do it all the time, too. Yeah, I actually plug in a USB stick to their laptops and download all their files. I read them at home later. Let's hear some more.
On Snapchat.
His passcodes and shit.
Yeah.
That's how they caught that one couple with the fucking sex slave girl. So a couple was on a plane and they were texting, or a dude was texting, and some snoopy old lady behind was reading the text. And it was about some.
Tony has fallen bored to the story because it's not about him. All right, let's go to 116. Here it is. Theo Vaughn and Jocko Willinks.
Fuck yeah.
Interrupt the show. Gray block, gray block, gray block, gray block, gray block. Regurgitate, regenerate. They're both just doing their catchphrases. They're both just doing their catchphrases like monsters. All right, 116. I can't wait to see this part. Now, keep an eye on Tony, right? Isn't that what we're here for? His jealousies. 16. Oh, this is going to be good. Yeah, okay. I'm excited here. This is going to be the grand finale here of this Klawatch. Let's see.
Is that?
Oh, it's Theo.
Taco.
Oh, great. Oh, look at the open access.
Wow. Wait, I have to back it up. They go, who is that? So Tony's like, who's that? And then when he hears it's Theo, the face he makes.
And he's not making eye contact?
No, it's almost like he's almost holding back like anger tears. Like a tear in some way. Watch this.
He's scared.
So she made a post about it.
There's a knock at the door, and they go, no.
It's ours, bro. Go away. Don't worry about it.
Look, Tony is sitting there going.
Yeah.
And they're going,
he's
who
angry.
is it? And Tony's like, please don't let it be Theo. And I think this whole time, maybe Theo's been hearing about this shit talking and is coming in to maybe go, oh, yeah? Maybe. Let's see. Let's find out.
Oh.
It's a,
Oh, he's got Jocko.
All right, open it up.
what is that?
Oh, it's Theo.
Taco.
He is like
He's
so
afraid.
nervous. I wish you could see his face. His eyes are darting around the room, and he's going, who? Who did they say? It's who?
Yeah, and Jeremiah's
Theo?
getting excited, but he's fucking nervous.
Yeah, because Tony's been talking trash about him, and I think Tony knows that Theo knows, and Tony is afraid right now. Let's watch.
Oh, great. Oh, look at the open access that happens on this show. Just knock, knock, knock. Little knocky, knock, knock.
You guys want to talk shit?
Hey.
You guys want to talk shit? Someone said, so they know about this, and Tony is actually so afraid right now. This is unbelievable.
Let's see.
Look who it is.
Oh, he's offended. It's coming in.
It's the old roaster, Theo
He has
Vaughn.
an intern belt.
Whoa.
Huh? You want
Wow.
To
Oh my God.
Producer, maybe I'll film it till it's better at your angle.
Dude, whatever, bro.
Damn.
What's up, man?
Oh, God, look at
There he
Tony.
is, the champ. How are ya?
Ooh, that was a fake hello.
Who's this?
Yeah, I just.
Yeah.
Who's this scary dude? Are we still recording?
I have no idea what's happening.
Not only are you the champ, you decide.
Why would Brendan, as the host of the show, rush out of his seat to have a private combo with Jocko? That's right. Tony, I was like, shut up, Tony, just nervously. But Tony's right. Like, why did Brendan do that? Like, he's like, oh, Jocko's here. Shit, man. Hey, man, Jocko, anything you need? You're a great guy. You want to talk? It's like, you're hosting your show. You just literally... Look, we got to see that again. Like how
he abandoned his own show.
He just leaves because he's so like, you know, because Joe Rogan loves Jocko. This is how this Jocko started. Nobody cared about Jocko. Joe Rogan gushed over him. Now everyone thinks like
Joe Rogan showed us that shitty video 17 times.
Theo
That's an intern belt.
Whoa.
Huh? You want
Wow.
Okay. You're your producer. Maybe I'll film it so it looks better at your angle.
Dude, whatever, bro.
Damn.
Also, Theo gives everyone a hug.
There he is, the champ.
wow.
I hit you up. Good, man.
Look at this.
Who's this?
Yeah.
Who's this scary dude? Are we still recording?
What the hell is this? I mean, this part is like to say hi to him is fine, but now he's like, so what's up? Like, cool. Like he's so nervous to talk to Jocko. Like it's like a big career opportunity, and he doesn't want to fuck it up.
I have no idea what's happening.
Not only are you the champ, you decide when this thing goes off the air.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Look at him. He put his hands in his pockets, and he's just like waiting for Jocko to say something to him.
Hi.
What's
How's it going?
Tony, this is
Hello.
Jeremiah. This is Jocko Willing.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
How are you?
Hey, what's happening?
Wow. How are you?
Ooh.
What's happening, Squirt?
Look, Tony's hand is completely crushed.
Yeah, wow. It's literally like that monkey's claw that you wish on for bad luck. Theo, I want Theo Von Tanago. So, Tony, we heard a couple things you were saying, and was wondering if you wanted to reiterate those things for me and old Gray Block over here. My name's Jocko. Everyone's Gray Block when I'm involved. All right, let's see this. Ooh, oh, God, wait, I got to see the Tony. Look at Tony. Again, this is so embarrassing. Watch Tony only.
Hi.
What's going on?
How's it
This
going?
is Tony. This is
Hello.
Jeremiah. This is Jocko Willing.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Watch this.
How are you?
Hey, what's happening?
Oh. What's happening, fuckstick? We watched the whole show. Hi. Hey, how are you? I'm Tony Hinchcliffe. Look at Tony. Watch when Tony sits back down, too. Thank you. He sat back down like this. Thank you. I'm glad that's over.
What's up, brother?
Chilling, man.
You're looking at the intern champ. You didn't defend.
Yeah.
Interim anything.
Awkward.
And new. And
Bro, that hat doesn't even fucking fit, dude.
Bro, it looks like you have a wig on. Fucking with me.
Whatever, dude. Some of this I bought on the internet, you piece of shit.
How dare you wear that wig when you got Jocko in your presence?
What are you
How
talking about?
dare you,
Bro, it looks like your pants are squeezing the rest of your body up here, dude. You're not even that.
Jocko's just a timid little bitch. She's not even tall. Fuck Jocko. You could just flick this guy's nose all day and be like, God, stop, reassess, reevaluate. I didn't know Jocko was just some tiny little douche. Theo Von towers over him. Jocko in real life is like, hi, nice to meet you. Good. No wonder he does that close up. Look how small he is.
What are you talking
How
about?
dare you,
Bro, it
bro?
looks like your pants are squeezing the rest of your body up here, dude. You're not even that jacked, dude.
You're not even that jag, dude. Whatever, man.
I always imagine Jocko to be at least the size of Thanos. You know? I never imagine him like, oh, hello, Mr. Hinchcliffe.
love it when you guys roast each
He
other.
might be smaller than Rogan, they're saying. Flick my nose. Can you imagine? Stop it.
Reassess.
Re-engage. Re-engage. Re-engage with more flicking? Fine. You're easy.
And just
It's just
crack
sad,
each other
bro.
up.
Going
Just
through
crack
that.
each other up. Jocko,
Like a
Jocko, I
9-year-old.
apologize, man. I'm sorry. He does not represent us, man.
No, he does, bro. We're gonna have to have you guys. Gotta have him in soon, huh?
Yeah, we got to figure it out.
I'll figure it out, man. Cool.
Good to see you, though, brother. Nice to meet you in person,
Meet
man.
you in person. Later, guys.
Heck yeah. Later,
Appreciate
bud.
it, brother.
guys.
Bye, guys.
You got another one after this, Theo?
Huh?
You got another one after this?
Yeah. We got Jeannie Buss, the Lakers owners, coming in today.
Look at Tony. Now, let's see if Tony starts talking shit.
He feels disrespected
Tony is
now.
rolling his eyes, literally. I'm not kidding. He's rolling his eyes.
That'd be interesting.
But now Tony's going to open he's looking around the room to see if he has the go-ahead to be like, well, what was that about, huh? Can you believe the nerve of those guys and him? Jocko, like, who's Jocko? It's like, Tony, that's what Tony's trying to get permission to do right now.
Happen.
Look what you've created. Look what you did. Just a guy that storms in.
Wow.
Look what you did.
Wow.
Wow, dudes. I mean,
Unbelievable. Guy walks in with a goddamn bird's nest
this
on his
producer I
head.
can't trust.
You were silent, Tony, and you shook their hands and curtsied to them. And now you're trembling.
Can't trust him.
It's like Carrot Top if he wore a prop on his head.
He's like Carrot
Instead of
Top
in the
if he made a
box.
lot of bad decisions and was from the South.
Yeah. I figured I'd knock on the door.
Jocko, I did want to meet.
Jocko, I did want to meet. What a faggot you are, running to Jocko. Like, seriously. You're that impressed by fucking Jockstick? Meathead? I wish he would have died in the Marines. That actually cuts. I wish you would have died in the Marines.
Oh, shit.
I like to end that stuff with spitting on them too. Because no one says that. I wish you would have died.
I wish you would have died fighting for our country.
Exactly. No one says that.
So that was cool. Other than that, guys, very disrespectful. But that Jocko thing, that was pretty sweet.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Yes, producer,
What's
I need
Jocko?
to slap around
Who's
a little
Jocko?
Wow, what's Jocko? Who's Jocko? How do you not know? Joe hasn't sat you down with the toothpicks in your eyes yet?
He just introduced himself.
What's Jocko? Who's Jocko? No, he's saying that's how disrespectful he is. Because
I know.
Because they're talking. No. It's not like that. It's even worse. They're talking about, because he knows who Jocko is. He's saying, what's Jocko? Like, what's the big deal with him? Why do you care to see him? What's Jocko? That's how he's saying.
Oh, that's what he's saying. Okay.
What's Jocko? What's the big fucking deal? Just a bald guy? Who cares?
Jocko's a former Navy SEAL. He's like a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Why he went on Theo's, I have no idea. But he's like a straight badass. Wakes up at like 4 a.m.
He's a badass.
Oh, he's a straight up badass. He wakes up. What does he do that's badass? Well, similar to your list of why Kill Tony's cool, I've got one. He wakes up at 4. That's all I got. He's a badass. He wakes up at 4.
He shows the video.
I wake up at 4. So, that's crazy. You should sleep 3 more hours.
The only thing that Jocko ever did is that re-engage video, and everybody just keeps sharing it.
They really want to believe that he's like some guru, some guy who's going to set them straight. To like Jocko, that's like a childhood thing. Like, who the fuck would be influenced by Jocko under his spell? It's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's like FouseyTube would start imitating Jocko.
Time do you think he goes to bed?
I don't know.
See, everybody always wants to talk about like badasses that wake up at 4 a.m. Like, it's like, oh, he wakes up at 4 a.m. It's like you have to go to bed at 7 p.m. Like an old grandpa.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Dinner at 4 p.m. and then bed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Come on, what do you
Is
think
he going to
he's
bed at
doing?
midnight though?
People pretend like this guy's sleeping upside down in a, you know what I mean? Like, come on. What's he doing? 1 a.m. to 4 a.m.? Get out
I
of
hope
here.
he kicks down the door because they've got this playing on the monitors out there.
He
And
rips him through the wall.
Yeah,
from the back.
imagine.
2
Yeah,
arms come
yeah.
cracking through the wall.
You just see Jocko's hand come out and pull Tony back through the wall.
Like RoboCop.
Yeah, exactly. Holy shit, that would be great.
Yeah, that's
No
like
wonder he's so quiet and just made of muscle.
that's like The Rock was like, it's crazy, man. His schedule, like, easy.
Yeah.
Flying around in private jets.
Yeah.
He's on a lot of
I
supplements.
was going to say an IV of vitamin B12 just flowing through his veins.
Do you
at
do
all times.
all the steroids in every country?
Yeah.
How's this work, man?
Yeah.
We're just going bad on The Rock.
If you smell.
Whoa.
What the fuck was that all about?
He just out of nowhere went, I feel small. Did he not?
I don't know.
That was like his inner actual...
Thank you.
Wow.
Gesundheit. I have allergies.
Somewhere a dusted up zombie Nazi just woke up from his 100-year nap. All right, let's see that again. It was like he just exclaimed something that was going on inside his head that he didn't really
I'm
want.
small.
Yeah, watch.
12 just flowing through his veins.
Do you do all the steroids in every country?
Yeah.
How's this work, man?
Yeah.
We're just going bad on the rock.
If you smell.
What?
I don't know, but if you clip that and then put it with I'm a motherfucking lobster, we got like a fucking cool beat.
Just put that on the soundboard.
I feel small.
I want to hear it again, please.
Yeah.
If you
Every
smell.
country, how's this work, man?
Yeah.
We're just going bad on the rock.
If you smell.
The fuck?
What is this?
Just get a Corvette.
Sometimes I just got to do it.
Sometimes you got it. What else you got, Chin?
What else do you got, Chin? Demi Lovato survived her suicide.
Okay, let's see. I think we got one more. We got a final one. 127. Netflix is giving Tony the royal runaround. All right, this is our final clip of the evening. Another denial to Tony, maybe. I don't know. I haven't heard this one. I'm excited. Here we go.
I was killing last
He's all
night.
drunk. He's at Amy Winehouse.
You know what? Next time I'm coming on by myself. Next time you text me, let's make it a party. Let's invite Jeremiah.
Hey, when
He's throwing me under the bus like a Lamborghini under a bulldozer.
in the Philippines, special. Any plans? Because you shot the one shot, which is dope.
Yeah, I did that myself a few years ago, and now I'm just waiting in line. I'm in Netflix's queue. I've been told. I'm in Netflix's queue. Think about that
They're
for
like,
a
hey,
second.
ready for a special? Like, special's not ready.
No, I'm ready. I'm waiting for them to get rid of their favors and their pretty boys that they think are their homies.
And
you know
you
what I
only
mean?
wanted
Oh, it's just, it doesn't stop with the jealousy. I'm waiting for them to get rid of their pretty boys and the people that they think are. Then it just travels off into.
He was also about to put his feet on the table, but then he realized he couldn't reach.
Yeah, and decided I'm a little too uncomfortable to pull that off. Watch this.
And they're pretty boys that they think are their homies.
And
you know
you
what
only
I mean?
wanted on
Gotta
Netflix?
knock-
Oh my God. He actually is like the pretty boys and their homies. Shit, doesn't reach. Well,
Fuck.
put that
Now I
back
have to
down.
sit like this.
No point. Wow. He's got a nice fucking vagina, too, on him. Nice, thick, meaty V. All right, let's hear the rest of this.
Get out. I mean, depending on how the landscape continues to evolve, you know, we're waiting to see what Apple TV is about to do and all these other big things that are about to drop hot competition on them.
Amazon.
Certainly, it would be an
Facebook.
understatement to say that it's never been more busy over there. It's a little bit cluttered up. All
And
of a sudden,
Netflix?
they're giving people 15-minute specials and half-hour specials, and it's like, these aren't
There's a lot of content.
these aren't specials
I'm just
anymore.
worried you're going to get lost in the shuffle.
Right.
I have nothing against Netflix. I would
Right.
sure as fuck do a special with Netflix. All I'm saying is
yeah.
before,
Oh, cool.
it was like before Netflix, like on HBO and Showtime, if you had a special on there, they didn't give many, like, what?
Yeah.
Fuck, Showtime?
Yeah.
HBO, sick.
Yeah.
Comedy Central, sick. Then Netflix come along. Then it's Chris Rock, Seinfeld, Dave Chappelle. You're like, holy fuck, Netflix is sick.
I was
and then I
lucky.
look at him like,
And then they put Tony Hinchcliffe on, and you realize it's all a sham. Is that what you're getting at? Or is Tony up there with Chris and Dave and Seinfeld and all the rest of shit? You're basically shitting on Tony right to his face.
I've never heard of that person. And
Yeah.
they've greenlit 60 specials.
Yeah, I was very lucky. My special came out in January of 2016. So
Right before they like popped off.
yeah, it was everywhere when everybody had it, and a ton of people saw it. And it was before Dave, and it was before Seinfeld and Chris and everybody. So I wouldn't
You
change
kind
my
of opened the doors to comedy in the mainstream. I see.
time on
That's what
Netflix
you
for
say.
anything.
No, hell
The
no.
seed was planted at a great spot. Plus, it was one of the only real outside the box specials at the time. it being all continuously in one shot.
Because it was all one shot. And somebody was drawing it, too, which has never been done.
Revolutionary, really.
Yeah, pretty revolutionary. The one-shot aspect of that special is
So
what
hack.
made it bad.
Yes.
Wait. Second to Tony's stand-up, of course.
Yes.
And, blah, blah, blah. But, the next one I'm excited about because I actually like what I'm talking about in the material. That first special is also sort of like a retirement party for all the material that you come up with at the beginning.
And by the time you shoot it, you're like, God, I can't wait to get rid of this shit.
And my 2-year licensing deal with Netflix is up, so it's not even on Netflix anymore.
So can you really
Oh, wow, it's not even on Netflix
you can't
anymore.
even find it anymore.
This is amazing. Netflix is smart. They got the fuck out of there with that one.
YouTube?
Yeah, I own it. Yep.
Launch it, bro.
Yeah. It's out there.
Oh, sick.
But then again, I'm also thinking about having that taken down because just because I'm excited about what I'm working on now.
Oh, I did. See, I think it only helps you.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, because it's terrible. So it would help.
Shit.
If it was good, it would help him. But it's so bad that you would never want to see him perform again. So, it took a damn.
Sort of. A little bit sort of. I think I'm maybe 5 to 10 times funnier than I was 3 years ago.
For sure.
So I just don't want the...
Imagine saying that. So I actually think I'm like 5 to 10 times funnier than I was 3 years ago. I don't know.
Oof.
Maybe 11 times. Depends. So, but yeah, definitely for sure. I'm funnier. Imagine this. I mean, this needs to be stopped. Jocko needs to...
crazy.
Do you mind if I break through the wall again?
Wrong impression being out there, if that makes sense. I'm proud of what I did. I'm proud of what it's gotten me.
Doesn't sound like
but I think we're on a new level. I mean,
hear
go
that.
look at
Doesn't sound
Connor
like
back
it,
when
the
he
guy
was
said.
fighting.
What'd you say?
The guy goes, doesn't sound like it. When he goes, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it.
I'm pretty much on a new level, as you all could see. I have been killing it this whole show.
In, whatever Ireland's
No, I hear you, brother, but
alleyways.
it still was a good special.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean,
But
good
I think
enough.
everyone flinches at their old shit, no matter what it is.
I
You're
think-
like, oh, God, what was I thinking?
I know. I really do. I really feel that way about that thing, and it just feels so old to me.
Yeah.
Well, you're equal to the guy that you were then. Trust me on this. I have watched your every move. You have not grown.
And the new
I hear
stuff,
ya.
I'm having so much fun with it. I'm talking about stuff and having sets right now that
so much
I'd put up against. A lot
I'm
of
having sets right now that I'd put up again. This is how do you talk about yourself like this?
stuff. I don't want to sound
asshole.
crazy on here. I
What else
don't
you
want to
got,
say
Jim?
that I should be the champ, but
As far as current events, that's pretty much it.
that
But
it?
since Tony's here, what do you think of Joanna and Jacek? How she responds to?
last time I was on here, this is how long it's been.
told you
it was
Joanna was gonna
before.
lose.
Yeah, you did. It was before Joanna Rose won, and
Okay, and that's it for us.
What?